Hello, Chief. It's funny how much our brains can keep us down, can keep us from actually experiencing life, from being present in the moment. Anxiety is such a tricky one because we all experience it differently for different reasons. Different things make us anxious. And it's so hard to gauge how tough someone's anxiety is because you're not them. You can't feel how they're feeling. We've all been there, whether we have anxiety as a condition or we were just feeling anxious that day, where we didn't do something that would have probably benefited us because we were anxious, because we were scared. Ultimately, anxiety and fear are very similar. And for the sake of this, let's say it's the same thing. Take a moment a sec. This view. First of all, I really appreciate that you've come here again, Chief. All for the first time. That you're here at all. I'm incredibly grateful for that. The sound of the wind is very soothing right now. The anxiety you have, or fear, is a feeling. And that does not make it any less valid. I'm not going to tell you that it's stupid or that it has no weight over you. But the simple fact is you're the one letting it control you. Now let me explain. It can be overwhelming. So overwhelming that you feel like you have no choice but to act in the ways that you do. But lad, everything is always your choice, your decision, your responsibility. Doesn't matter how intense you feel about something, doesn't matter how much pressure you are feeling internally. What you choose to do is on you. And this is why anxiety really has a grip over you, not because it feels bad, but because you choose to believe that it has complete control over your actions, that you have nothing to do with it. This is dangerous. You're surrendering your responsibility, your accountability, and your life to this entity that doesn't exist. You feel a certain way, and I don't know why. Maybe because of your upbringing. Certain situations give you a guttural feeling of fear that you cannot control. But that guttural feeling did not make the decision to run away. You did. And what I'm trying to remind you, not that I think you have it easy or that it's as simple as just words, but the mindset that will really clear things up for you is if you just understand that you are always in control, no matter what. And that's not to hate yourself that you've made the wrong decisions. I mean, you're only human. But once you realize that you have so much choice and power that you don't even realize in the situations, and that feeling is just something in here. It's not out here. It's not out in the real world, unless you put it out in the real world. That's where stoicism comes in. We can actually use anxiety as a guide on where to go sometimes. Sometimes the things making you anxious are the places you should be going. That's the direction you should be running towards, because it scares you, and that is because that's where most of the growth is. Life is trying to scare you away because that's where the real value is. Because anxiety and fear, where is it taking you, lad? It's taking you, pushing you into your bed, keeping you weak, keeping you depressed, keeping you in a state of self-disrespect. But you can get out of it. It's not going to be easy, and you can't not feel the way you do, but the more you push on, the more your comfort bubble expands and the less certain situations make you anxious, and before you know it, you realize that you are actually capable of beautiful things. And you're not an anxious person. You're brilliant. And it's all about what you identify with. So identify with greatness. I appreciate you. Say less. Do more.